Find angle X below. Now, if you look at this circle geometry, it is very challenging. Now, this is one of the most challenging circle geometry question I have ever seen. So, but I'm going to try as much as possible to explain it to you step by step so that you understand it fully. Please follow me as I go. I'll not be too fast so that you can understand it fully. Now, the first thing I would like us to trace here to make it easier for us is a line from this point O to the point A. I would like to make a line there. So that is the line I'm going to make at that point to meet that side at A. Now, another line I also like to trace so that this thing becomes easy for us to see is a line from B to the point O. From B to point O so that we can see it clearly. You can see the line there. Now, this line will make it easy for us to identify isosceles triangle in this diagram. Now, if you look, this is 20 degree and this is the radius of the circle. Don't forget, a line from the center to the circumference is a radius. Similarly, this line from this center to the circumference here is also the radius of the circle. And then we also have this line that I just traced now from this center to this. This line is also the radius of the circle. So with that, you will agree with me that this triangle BOC is an isosceles triangle. Triangle BOC is an isosceles triangle because this line, which is a radius, is equal to this line, which is also a radius. So the two sides of this triangle are equal, telling us that it is an isosceles triangle. And the base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal. So anytime you see an isosceles triangle, just remember that the base angles are equal. So if this base angle here is 20, it also means that the base angle here is 20. Let me write it here, 20 degree. Then don't forget that the whole of this angle as shown from the beginning is 30. You can see the 30 here, that my dotted line is on it. So this is 30 degree. Now a portion of it we have already identified as 20. That is, a portion of this 30 degree is already 20. So that means the remaining portion now, which is going to be this angle at this point, this small angle here, is 10 degrees. So that the sum of 20 and 10 will give us 30, which is this angle at the beginning, 30. Now, don't forget that this triangle is also an isosceles triangle. That is triangle AOB. Triangle AOB is also an isosceles triangle. This triangle now, forming this traced line and this line that I've traced now, and then this straight line here. And then this line is a radius, and this is also a radius, telling us that this triangle AOB is also an isosceles triangle. You can see that because these two sides are equal. This is R and this is also R. So the two sides are equal. So the base angle of an isosceles triangle will also be equal. So if we have identified this small base angle here as 10, it also tells us that this small base angle here is also 10 degrees. Hope you are seeing that now. Then the next thing I would like us to look at now is this angle at the center. This is 30 degrees, which is angle at the circumference. Don't forget, I have point A and C. I have a line moving from A to the center and a line from C to the center. In the same way, I have another line from A to the circumference and another line from C to the circumference. these two lines from A and C going to the circumference, the two lines form the whole of this 30 degree that I have here. And then the two lines from A and C also goes to the center, another two lines. So you agree with me that angle at center is twice that at the circumference. Don't forget that important circle theorem. So angle at the center now is twice that at the circumference. So if this one at the circumference is 30, so the angle at the center here, this angle here, will be 60 degree. Hope you are seeing that. That is this angle AOC. Angle AOC is 60 degree. Now, if I complete this triangle now from a line from A to C, a line from A to C, then using this triangle AOC, you also agree with me that AOC is an isosceles triangle. Why? Because this is a radius line and this is also a radius line from triangle AOC. So that means these two sides are equal, radius and then radius. So they are equal. That means the base angle will also be equal. So if this is 60 already, so when we subtract 60 from 180, it's going to give us 120. So because these two angles are equal, we have to share the 120 between them. So 120 divided by 2 will give us 60. So that means this angle here is 60 degrees. And then this base angle too will also be 60 degrees. This base angle. Don't forget, we're using triangle AOC. So that means this base angle will also be 60. Then, but we already have a portion of the base angle as 20. We already have this small portion, this one as 20. So that means this remaining one here will be 40 degrees. So this is 40 degrees. So that this is 60, so that the whole of this place will be 60. The whole of this angle will be 60, and the whole of this angle will be 60. And then this top angle is also 60. Telling us that this triangle is an equilateral triangle. You can see we have 60, 60, and 60. So triangle AOC is an equilateral triangle because all the three sides are equal. How did we know? Because all the three angles are also equal. So 60, 60, 60. Meaning that this line now that we just traced, this line is equal to this radius line and is equal to this radius line. So this line AC is also equal to the radius. So we can also say this AC is also equal to the radius of the circle R. So I can still label this line as line R because that is the length of AC. AC is also R because it is equal to this radius line and is equal to this radius line because in an equilateral triangle, all the three sides are equal. Now, don't forget that this is 40. I want to use triangle ADC. Now I'm using triangle ADC. So this is 60. By the time I add this little 10 here, then I'll be having the whole of this angle as 70 degrees. Hope you are seeing that. Then this is 40. So 70 plus 40 is 110. When we subtract 110 from 180, it is going to give us 70 as well. So that means that this angle at this side, don't forget I'm using triangle ADC. So this is 70, this is 40. So this remaining angle here will be 70 degree. 70 degree as well. Hope you are following it. Now, since this base angle is 70 and this is also 70, don't forget I wrote this angle here as 70. So this is 70 and this base angle is 70. So they are both equal, 70, 70. In triangle ADC, I have this base angle 70 and this base angle 70, meaning that these two sides are equal, because when the base angle are equal 70 70, it is telling us that it is an isosceles triangle. And in an isosceles triangle, the two vertical sides are equal when the base angles are the same. So it tells us that this radius line is also equal to this radius line. So that means these two sides are equal. That is why this triangle ADC is an isosceles triangle. So this line AC is equal to the line DC. But don't forget that this is radius line. This AC is a radius line. It means that this DC is also a radius line, also equal to it. So from there, we can now conclude that this line DC is also equal to the line OC, because we have traced that this is radius because they are equal, and this is also radius. So meaning that triangle DOC is also an isosceles triangle, because this DC line is a radius, just like this OC line is also a radius. So these two lines are equal, telling us that triangle DOC is an isosceles triangle. Triangle DOC is an isosceles triangle. From there, since we already know the vertical angle as 20 and one of the base angle as x, then the other base angle will also be x, because the two base angles have to be equal as x. And don't forget, it is the x that we are looking for, angle x. So one of the base angle is x, the other base angle has to be x, and we already know the vertical angle as 20. So I can now write here and say angle x, which is one of the base angle, plus angle x, which is the second base angle, then plus 20, which is the vertical angle, all together give us 180, because sum of angles in the triangle is 180 degrees. So 2x will be equal to 180. When this plus 20 comes to this side, it becomes minus 20. So that 2x will be equal to 160. And then I can now divide both sides by 2. I also divide this by 2. That will now give me the value of x as equal to 80 degrees, because 160 divided by 2 will give me 80 degrees. So the answer for angle x is 80 degrees, and that's the final answer. Very interesting and challenging, right? I want to believe you have followed this step by step. If it's not too clear, you can take your time to go through the video slowly, pause where necessary, and understand everything about this video, so that you can really see what I meant from the beginning when I said that it is a very challenging question. Hope you enjoyed it after all. Please don't forget to like, share, and join for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.